Hey everybody, Douglas Blair Roberts here, the Super Vader 400 in the brown skin hue, coming back at you with another video cartoon intro remake review intro. This is the intro to various remade cartoon reviews and rants. For some odd reason, even though I did do this in the past, when it one of the Sonic songs I used has a copyright on it, and it's not a big deal. But if I ever when I decide to set this channel up, when I get eligible for monetization, I can't get any money from ads from the video, so that's why I'm just redoing it with two different songs that surprisingly don't have copyrights on them. This version is the same as the last one, except my clothes and stuff will be different, and of course the intro songs will be different. Instead of using what I'm made of, I will use the songs intros will be Weekend and Sonic's Back in Time. And for cartoons that do deserve a rant, or for videos that do deserve a rant, what I'm made of will be used as the outro for the various cartoons. So yeah, this is the intro to various narration. Part 1 will be narration. Second part will be season and episode webcam reviews spliced together to one video. Some of these won't go on all platforms. Yes, some of these will only go on YouTube, and some of these will only go on Facebook. So with that being said, let's get started right now. Let's go back in time to when television and cartoons were great. Hey everybody, now time for my review, my part 1 review remake of the narration review remake of the 1996 Mortal Kombat Defenders of the Realm adaptation, Defenders of the Realm cartoon as the Douglas Blair Roberts YouTube social media personality based character. To see the larger part 2 and 3 real life superhero narration and webcam portions, the links will be in the description box below. To see the previous reviews I did, including the 2021 webcam series review, which I think I uploaded to my Super Vader 100 channel, that will be in the description box below if I actually did that version. Yeah. And the other versions, as I'm recording this video now, you can already find them on my channel. Yeah. This is the part 1 remake of one of the reviews that put my channel on the map. This is one of my videos that got a bunch of views, got over 1,000K views. Yeah. Mortal Kombat Defenders of the Realm, just like with Street Fighter, just like with Double Dragon cartoon, one of my all-time favorite and best cartoons, and not only one of the greatest 90s cartoons, and not only one of the greatest video game cartoons, one of the best cartoon action adventure cartoons, period. And once again, just like with Street Fighter, way better as an adult, even better as an adult, now that I understand Mortal Kombat lore than I gave it credit for. As a kid, I loved it because this is all I had for this in the movies, and the Malibu comic book is all I had for adaptations of Mortal Kombat outside of his video game counterpart. And outside of his video game counterpart, when in the 2000s, mid to late 2000s, when I learned more about the lore of Mortal Kombat, I started to turn on this cartoon a little bit. I still liked it, but I no longer consider it the creative masterpiece I thought it was when I was a kid. That was until 2012 and 13 when I sat down and watched the rest of the episodes, all 13 episodes in chronological order after only seeing a couple of episodes when I was a kid and reading about the others in the early 2000s, early to late 2000s, early to mid 2000s, finally in the early 2010s, I rewatched the episodes in chronological order from episodes 1 through 13, and phenomenal cartoon. There are problems, but phenomenal cartoon. And now that I understand Mortal Kombat lore, I consider this to be the closest adaptation to the Mortal Kombat video games outside of his comic books, outside of his video game. The comic books are the number 2. These from the 90s. These in the original Malibu comic books are the closest to capturing the lore of Mortal Kombat outside of his video games. But I thought the cartoon was just a tad better than the comic comic books. This is how Mortal Kombat was. This cartoon often gets ragged upon because it lacks the gore and the violence that the game was known for. However, if you know the backstory of Mortal Kombat, I've said this once, I've said it 1,000 times, I've said it in every review and video about this. The violence and the gore, it was not canon. It was just for the enjoyment of the viewers. In Mortal Kombat 1 through 4, hardly anyone died in those video games. And characters who did quickly came back to life that you didn't even know they were dead in the first place. And each one through 4, each one was darker than the last, and yet no one from the important cast died. It was always red shirt characters, 1 or 2 villains like Melina, Shiva, who I didn't even know were dead at the time because it was so quick, and characters who did die always showed up later in the video game, in some other form in the video game. In Mortal Kombat 1, only the original Elder Sub-Zero died, and he would later mysteriously return as Noob Saibot. Of course, that wasn't known until the mid 2000s, but still,
2000s, but still Mortal Kombat defenders of the realm. Yeah. This is how this is basically this how this plays out is basically minus the combat cave and the jets and the flying jets and technology they had access to. This was how Mortal Kombat this is sort of how Mortal Kombat played out. Raiden leading a group of warriors against the villainous forces of Shao Kahn and Outworld. That was how it played out. That was how it played out in the games, with this storyline loosely based upon Mortal Kombat's 2 and 3. It has the character designs and various storylines featured in Mortal Kombat 3. However, the actual storyline is based sometime before 3 is based on Mortal Kombat 2. Shao Kahn's plan throughout the series to use his warriors to invade, conquer, and enslave Earthrealm for him by constantly having them invade Earthrealm because he lost in Mortal Kombat. It is loosely based upon Shang Tsung's plan in Mortal Kombat 2, where he will lure the Earthrealmers into a new tournament where they will meet death at Shao Kahn's hand. Shao Kahn's hand. This has this cartoon is loosely based upon the 1995 film where this serves as an alternative sequel to that. The movie Annihilation ignores the events of this cartoon. Then number two is loosely based upon, I mentioned Mortal Kombat's 1, 2, and 3. 2 and 3 with elements from 4 which hadn't even been created yet. And speaking of 4, I keep forgetting this show was the genesis of Quan Chi. This was the birth of Quan Chi. This show, Quan Chi, keep forgetting Quan Chi first premiered here. He first debuted here, and then he would later become a reoccurring antagonist in the video game. And the cartoon is downright hilarious. So when it is bad, it's so bad it's good. And I can picture the characters when they're not saving the world or taking themselves way too seriously. I can picture the characters acting this way. And I consider this some of the best incarnations of the characters, especially Jax, Sonya, and Curtis Stryker. Let's start off with Stryker. This is the best version. This is the best version of Stryker. This is the only version where he doesn't get brutally murdered or killed. The best version of Stryker happened here. He's voiced by the legendary Ron Perlman. Then you got Jax and Sonya. You got Sonya, who gets her butt kicked by everyone. Got owned by Sindel with one sweet chin music sidekick in Mortal Kombat 11. Here, she's tough battling everyone, taking down Shao Kahn warriors. Jax, this and Annihilation, in my opinion, were the best showings of Jax. Jax was showcased better here than he ever was in the video game, especially in a new timeline where he's just a weak SJW who keeps getting his arms ripped off in every adaptation now. I miss these days when the arms were surgical implants versus replacements for his actual arms, which keeps getting ripped off. So the cartoon itself is a hybrid of the Marvel and DC cartoons, G.I. Joe, Street Fighter 2, the anime movie Victory, and various Japanese animation. Once you put all that together, you'll get this adaptation with the awesome voice acting cast of the likes of Brian Toichi, Ron Perlman, Clancy Brown, and the late Luke Perry, and many more. And these voices, they work, man. One of the best things about this cartoon was the voice. I also love the use of rock music playing in the use of techno music. We use techno music from the movies, and rock and roll music playing in the background of the second episode of Scorpion's Revenge. I like all the episodes, with episodes 4 through 13 being the supreme best in my opinion. So yeah, Mortal Kombat Defenders of the Realm. Yeah, this was oh yeah, the characters appearing here include Liu Kang, Sub-Zero, Cabal, Striker, Nightwolf, Sonya, Jax, Raiden, Kitana. For the heroic characters, for the bad guys, Ermac, Scorpion, Reptile, who was Kombat in this cartoon because his character gets killed off in the previous movie, so they have a stand-in for him. A stand-in for Baraka, who I consider Baraka, his name is different than Karbarak, which is Baraka's name spelled with rearranged letters. I consider him Baraka, but Baraka and the Nomads, Rain, in my opinion, one of Rain's best depictions was in this cartoon. Rain, Shao Kahn, Shang Tsung, Quan Chi, Quan Chi's episode was the most hilarious episode of Defenders of the Realm, and Botaro and the Centaur, and Shiva and the Shokan, and the and you got Kano and the Black Dragon, and stand-ins, and 2 stand-ins for Jade appear here. And Smoke Sector, Cyrax, and original created character Oniru, the first fully adaptation version of the Lin Kuei Master, who would also later appear in Mythology Sub-Zero, but you get to see Lin Kuei Master in act. This is the first adaptation to depict him in action. So yeah, Mortal Kombat Defenders of the Realm. Defenders of the Realm, an awesome adaptation of Mortal Kombat. Is for the action. It features not a lot of it. It features the fast-paced action scene in Mortal Kombat 1 through 3. And succeeds where the movies unfortunately fail due to budgets. You see the characters use more projectiles and more special maneuvers here. Something that was kind of missing from the live-action movies due to budget issues. Yeah. So yeah, Mortal Kombat Defenders of the Realm, in my opinion, one of the greatest adaptations of Mortal Kombat outside of its video game counterpart. So with that being said, this has been part 1. To see the part 2 and 3 versions and previous versions, the links will be in the description box below. Alright, you don't want to hear the rest of the music, turn the video off right now.